What's up guys, how's it going? If you are practicing a lot but you're still struggling to build speed and you're having a hard time shredding, then you most likely have a bit of a problem with the fretting hand, right? The left hand. So in this video, I'll be giving you an exercise to help you with that, and it will also help improve the relationship between your two hands while you're playing so that you can have some better synchronization. But before we do that, I'll also be giving you some tips and techniques all about the left hand that will hopefully help you as well. Also, if you are interested in learning more about picking techniques for shredding and for speed picking, I do have a video on that as well. So if you want, you can give that a click and then come back here afterwards. All right, let's go. So when we're playing fast, we often have picking technique that's better than our left hand technique, and that's completely normal. It's because when we're practicing, picking is a similar motion that we're doing over and over constantly, whereas the left hand, there's more variety. So we're not playing the same thing over and over, so there's fewer repetitions. So there are some things that you might be doing with your left hand that could be holding you back, and the first one is whatever you're doing with your thumb. So the general rule of thumb, excuse the pun, is that when we're playing fast, when we're shredding, we want our thumb in the middle of the neck. Whatever our fingers are doing, we want our thumb to be in the middle. And if we're moving up and down the neck, we want our thumb to follow us. What happens a lot in the beginning is the thumb often lags behind. Another thing to watch out for is bringing the thumb too far over the neck when we're trying to play fast. It changes our hand shape and our technique completely, which we don't want. But feel free to bring the thumb over the neck if you're doing bends and stuff. It does help with the wrist movement. Also make sure that you are not pressing your thumb into the back of the neck while you're playing. The thumb is there just to support you, just to support the fingers. We should not be relying on it as an anchor by pressing into the back of the fretboard. Alright, so the next thing that often happens when we want to play fast is we're putting too much pressure while we are fretting notes. Right? We sometimes forget that we only need enough pressure to let the note sound. If I press too hard onto the frets while I'm trying to play fast, it's just going to slow me down and waste energy. Lastly, a thing that might be holding you back is how far you're lifting your fingers off the fretboard while you're trying to play fast. Now for a lot of us, when we're starting out and we want to play fast, the fingers start flailing around all over the neck, and that can really slow you down because the picking hand is saying, yeah, let's go fast, and the left hand is delayed, so it's not catching up in time, and you end up with very sloppy picking if that happens. Alright, so here's a mini exercise you can do to just be mindful of the three things I mentioned. So we're going to go to the high E string and we're going to play 15, 13, 12. And then on the B string above, we're going to play the same thing, 15, 13, 12. The idea here is to play this one quite fast because what happens is when we practice these techniques slow, as soon as we speed up, we go back to the old ways of flailing fingers and fretting down too hard. So we're just very lightly going to start off slowly. And then we're going to play it faster and see if we can keep the same technique. Alright, so that's pretty much it on the technique. So this is a very neoclassical or classical sounding exercise, and what's great about it is even when you play it slowly, you have to be very mindful of what the left hand is doing, which helps so much with synchronizing the two hands. So the exercise is in A minor and also A harmonic minor. It switches between the two, but don't worry too much about that. I'm going to play it slowly again, and then I'm going to teach you how to play it. Right, so most of this exercise follows a 1-3-2-3 pattern, and what I mean by that is the index finger will always be the 1, the pinky will always be 3, and the 2 depends on what we're doing, but it'll either be the middle finger or the ring finger. So we start on the 10th fret of the B string, and we're going to play 10, 13, 12, 13, and we're going to do that twice. Then we go to the high E string and we play the same thing twice as well. Then we go to the 8th fret and we're going to play 8, 12, 10, 12. Going to do that twice as well. Then we're going to go to the high E and do the same thing on the same frets. Now we're going to go all the way to the 6th fret and we're going to play 6, 10, 8, 10. And we're going to do that twice. Do the same thing on the high E. Now we're going to jump to the 9th fret of the B string and we're going to play 9, 12, 10, 12. We're only going to do that once. Then we're going to go to the 10th fret and play 10, 13, 12, 13. Then we're going to go to the 12th fret and play 12, 15, 13, 15. And then we're going to go to the 13th fret and we're going to play 13, 17, 15, 17. Then we're going to go up to the 15th fret and we're going to play 15, 18, 17, 18. And then we're just going to go back the way we came, back to the 13th fret and play 13, 17, 15, 17. But when we get back to the 12th fret, instead of 12, 15, 13, 15, we're going to play 12, 15, 13, 12. And then we're going to slide up to the 10th fret, staying on the B string. The last part is a harmonic minor run. We're going to go to the high E string and slide up to the 17th fret. And then we're going to play 17, 16, 13 on the high E. And we're going to play 17, 15, 13 on the B. And then we're going to play 16, 14, 13 on the G string. And then the last thing is we're just doing kind of like a power chord, but just using 2 notes. Right, it's going to be an octave apart. We're going to go to the 11th fret on the A string and the 13th fret on the G string. And just slide that up 1 fret. So to the 12th fret on the A and the 14th fret on the G. Right, so for this exercise, I use a bit of a mixture between alternate picking and economy picking. For the first part, I use alternate picking. So all of that is alternate picking, just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then for the last run, I'm going to slide to the 17th by picking down. And then the rest is going to be economy picking. So I'm going to go up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. And then for the last one, just 1 down pick. Right, so also just make sure that you are using your pinky for this exercise. It is completely crucial because a lot of the time while we're playing fast, the pinky is the finger that wants to fly the most all over the place, and it's often the weakest finger if we haven't practiced with it. So that's why this exercise is great. It focuses a lot on the pinky and the relationship between the pinky and the ring finger, which will also help us build speed and make us more comfortable playing certain things. So start off very slowly, being mindful of everything we talked about. Make sure your thumb's not doing strange things. Make sure you're not really digging into the frets with pressure while you're fretting down. And obviously try to keep your fingers from flying about too much and you'll be completely fine. Alright, so now it's time for you to go practice and I'd be keen to know how it goes. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you found this lesson helpful, please consider leaving a like or a comment. I would really appreciate it. And obviously, if you want to see more, you can always subscribe. And if there's anything you'd like to learn that maybe I can teach you, please feel free to comment that as well. I'll definitely have a look at it and help you if I can. Otherwise, happy practicing. Cheers.